Hi, Gary Fong here, and I just got this letter from another photographer who is being basically threatened with a lawsuit, with a $300,000 jury lawsuit from a client who's also an attorney, and it's quite a threatening letter, so I'm going to read it to you. It says, please read this letter carefully and its in entirety. This is the only demand you will receive before you get sued. You ruined our wedding, period. You, of all people, are aware of how important wedding photos are, and your greed and incompetence that has gotten you into this mess. You have until a certain date to pay us $3,800, which was his fee, plus $15,000. It says here, you read that correctly. Read the rest of the letter before you think we are not reasonable. So, I'll just keep going. By the way, I've seen the photos, and this guy did a freaking great job. I mean, it's just, the photos were great. In fact, the couple put 1,000 of them up on Facebook, and nice thing is this photographer took screenshots of the wall with all of their friends saying, beautiful photos, great job, and stuff like that. So he says, pay us, because the lawyer client says, pay us, it's the right thing to do. You royally screwed up someone's wedding. You really feel that you earned the money? What happened to the rule of customer service? Your entire livelihood is on the line. Here's what will happen if you do not pay. Your reputation will be ruined, your livelihood destroyed. You will be miserable defending a huge lawsuit, and you will be in financial chaos. By the way, it's in pretty much every state that I know. You can't threaten someone's livelihood. That's one thing you really can't do. You can't say, oh, I'm going to sue you so you never work again. You got to be careful about stuff like that. So it says, tarnish reputation. I will hire a person who specializes in search engine optimization. I will put photos up and blog about you extensively. Be guaranteed that anyone who searches for your name will find our website, which will not be flattering. And then it says, we will sue you until a jury verdict. Until the jury verdict? No, you will sue in a jury verdict. You don't until. You choose. Anyway. This is probably the most worrisome aspect for you. You cannot win, and let me tell you why. Verbal contracts are enforceable in Washington State. That's true, but and the poor guy didn't do a contract, which kind of is a bummer. And he's in a little bit of pickle for that. So always have a contract. But it says, if we win, we are guaranteed, blah, blah, blah. The jury may award the $300,000 that we ask for, or even more. It will be no problem to have a jury rule in our favor after we blow up the pictures and show them. I am a partner in this law firm. That means I have zero out-of-pocket expenses suing you. It costs me nothing. Hey, dumbass. You have only 8 hours a day of inventory. If you charge $300 per day, your entire income is $2,400 a day plus overhead and everything. And I'm sure you don't work. Most attorneys I know really collect only 1/3 of what they bill. So this is a little peon attorney. You can tell by the letter because he's just trying to threaten the guy. I have zero out-of-pocket expenses suing you. It costs me nothing. I will subpoena you out to court to give testimony under oath of perjury. That means if you lie, you will go to jail. Okay, so if the jury agrees with you by some miracle, how much do you think you'll spend on paying a lawyer? At least $50,000 in lawyer's fees. You will not get these fees back. It's a no-win situation to you. Pay us nearly $20,000. All this goes away. It's not going to go away. Or do nothing. You will get sued. I will get my judgment for $300,000. I will put a writ on all of your employers and banks, place a lien on your houses, subpoena you to court, take all the assets you have until the $300,000 is paid in full. And it says, remember, I sue people for a living. It costs me nothing to sue you. So know that in the end, you're still going to lose a huge portion of potential revenue, lose in a judgment, lose paying attorney's fees. And it says, unless I receive the payment, that means I will promptly file a lawsuit and name your wife. Yes, your wife too, since this is a community property state. I will end up garnishing her wages from the bank as well. Do not something comply at your own peril. Okay, let me just go through a couple things. First of all, the photographer did two things wrong. One is that it was a shoot-to-burn gig, and the client said, you know what, just give us all of the images. We've got Lightroom. We know how to fix them. You know, you don't have to do anything. If it's cheaper, we'll do all the editing. So what the photographer did was sent all the pictures and didn't take out the outtakes. That is a smoking gun for someone to sue you, because that client can now take those outtake images and say that they were shot incompetently. Well, you know as well as I do, sometimes it takes you a couple shots to get the shot correctly. Maybe the flash didn't go off. Maybe it was out of focus, but you correct it in shot number 2 that was taken, or shot number 3 that was taken maybe a split second ago, split second later. He didn't take those out, so those outtakes are there, and it could be framed to look really bad. Number 2, there was no contract, and that is a really big problem. But it's going to be a he said, she said kind of situation. This letter here is not going to go down good with the judge. The judge is going to look at this, and I think he's just going to squash this guy like a bug. This person's a bully. Basically, all the things he's saying, you can't sue a wife. She's not a party to the action. She didn't shoot the wedding. So just because it's a community property state, it doesn't mean... Anyway, I can't even go there. The guy is just so freaking stupid. Now, let me tell you another thing too, because I got to just pound on this one. I saw a YouTube where these two buffoons are telling this poor girl. She says, I don't feel like I'm ready to shoot a wedding yet. So should I? And this dumb says, yes, just do it. Just jump in and do it. And he quotes some 4-hour work week book or something like that and says, what's the worst that can happen? Are you going to be homeless? Are you going to be without a roof over your head? Yes, that's very possible. Just Google wedding photographer goes bankrupt. Wedding photographer sued for images. And actually, look this up. Wedding photographer thrown in jail. I've known a couple instances where photographers have been thrown in jail for not delivering on their wedding albums. So to say that, you just jump in and everything's going to be okay is extremely irresponsible. And it's downright stupid. Fucking idiot. To say that to people who are just trusting and just listen to you and look up to you, because this is an example of what can happen to you. I don't know, by some wacky, crazy miracle, this attorney might win. I don't know. But here's what I will say. I've seen the photographer's images, and they were really good. In fact, I'm planning on testifying at the trial as an expert witness. This photographer had expert-level skill. The photographs were beautifully done. He posted them up, the couple posted them up, 1,000 of them onto Facebook, where they got just a whole bunch of comments, and wisely the photographer took screenshots of all the comments on the walls of their guests saying, wow, these are beautiful photographs and everything like that. So for them to come out and say, you ruined our wedding, you know what, I don't know. This attorney, I don't know. He probably goes like that, and it's not... Anyway, so lesson to be learned here, use a contract when you shoot a wedding, and here's the big lesson. Even if you're an expert photographer and you do an incredible job, you could get really screwed. Even if you had a contract, there's people out there that will take advantage of you. So tread lightly on the wedding photography thing, okay? Now, what I'm thinking of doing, maybe, you know what, if this thing goes further, I'm probably just going to put up some kind of a fund that y'all could chip in and go in on this person's attorney's fees, because he can't let this attorney bully him around. He just can't do that. So, and plus, you know what? If this goes in front of a judge, I just think the judge is going to stomp this little flea. Anyway, so be careful out there. Thanks for listening.